Hi everyone. So today we're going to work on adding and subtracting radical expressions. So we need to talk about what it means to be able to do that. Like, are there conditions? Are there things that have to be met before we can add? Just like when we multiply and divide, you can't multiply or divide unless the radicals are the same. Okay, so like square roots, cube roots. Is that the same for adding and subtracting? Well, let's see. Let's talk about what it means to be a like radical. Okay, so like radicals have the same index, okay, square roots, cube roots, and, okay, so two conditions, the same radicand. Okay, that means the same number underneath. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So for example, 4 square roots of 2 and 8 square roots of 2 are like radicals, but 2 square roots of 3 and 2 square roots of 5 are not. Even though they're both square roots, you have a 3 and a 5. They have to be exactly the same. Another example might be 4x square root of 2 minus 3y square roots of 2. Even though the radicand and the indexes are exactly the same, remember it's like terms with variables. They're not, so we can't add those. All right, so we have like all these, like both the radical rules and variable rules coming into play here. Okay, so we're going to have to be really conscientious of what we're trying to add. Now, when you're combining radicals, like adding and subtracting, okay, so the first thing you want to do is check your radicals for both. Okay, that's kind of like make sure that they have both conditions. Now, if we're going to add, let's see, okay, that's going to mean, okay, I'm sure there's a more formal definition, but basically, as long as your radicals are the same and the numbers are underneath, we're just going to add the coefficients or subtract the coefficients. So we're going to add the coefficients. Then the same holds true for subtracting. I don't know why I wrote adding again. So we're going to subtract the coefficients. Okay. All right, so let's try a couple. All right, so we want to check, can we add these? Are the indexes, are they both square roots? Are they both cube roots? Are they both fourth roots? And are the numbers underneath the same? If the answer is yes, then you're going to want to check, can we add the coefficients? All right, so, okay, so we have the same numbers in front, or same numbers underneath, same square roots, so we can keep going. So all we're going to do is add, since this is an addition problem, we're going to add the 9 and the 2, and we're going to get 11 square roots of 3. Notice I did not change the number underneath. So the radical and the radicand, the number underneath and the radical are kind of identifying your like terms, and we're only concerned about the coefficient, the numbers out in front, not the radicand or the number underneath. Okay, let's come over here. All right, so they're both square roots. Yay. But take a look. Not the same radicand. Can't do it. So we would say this is simplified. Okay. All right, let's try this one. All right, so they're both cube roots, and they both have x's underneath. looks like we're going to be able to add those together. So we're going to do 8 plus 2, or 10 cube roots of x. Okay. All right, let's try something a little harder. Okay, so they're both square roots. Awesome. But they're not the same number underneath. But what we notice is that they're not simplified. So you're going to have to simplify to see if you're going to be able to add. So I'm going to take 125 here on the side, divvy him up. Okay, so I notice I have a square root. I'm going to have 25. So square root of 25, square root of 11, minus, and then I'm going to go 20. Okay, so 4 and 5. Well, 4 is a perfect, so there's my perfect, right? I did that math. Man, it's like a thing with me tonight. 25 is 25, and this is 5 and 5. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's try that again. So this is going to be square root of 25, square root of 5, minus 2 square roots of 4, square roots of 5. Okay, square root of 25 is 5, minus, and this is going to become 2 times 2, because we're going to take the square root of 4, and then 5. So 5 square roots of 5, minus 4 square roots of 5, gives me 1 square roots of 5. Okay. All right, so we were able to add those. Okay, let's try a hard one. Okay, so 3 cube root of 250, cube root of 54, cube root of 16. I have no idea. Right now, we can't do anything with them. But we're going to have to try and break down 250. To me, that's 25 and 10. All right, so here's my group of 3. So that's 125. So cube root of 125, cube root of 2. Okay, so let's do 54. That's 9 and 6. Okay, we can do 3 and 3 on the 9 and 3 and 2 on the 6. Oh, there's my group of 3. Plus cube root of 27. Cube root of 2. Okay, so it's looking like we're going to be able to add those. Okay, let's do 16. 8 and 2. 8's a perfect cube, so I don't need to go any further. So plus, minus, okay, cube root of 8, cube root of 2. Okay, so cube root of 125 is 5. Cube root of 27 is 3. Cube root of 8 is 2. Okay, this is awesome because look, we broke it down and now we can see that they're all cube roots and they're all got a 2 underneath. So we're going to be able to add and subtract the 5, the 3, and the 2. So 5 plus 3 is 8, minus 2 is 6. So our answer is 6 cube roots of 2. Okay, so I want you to pause the video and I want you to do 4, 6, and 8. Okay, because we did 2. Okay, so try 4 and see if you get -1/4 the root of 12. Okay, try 6. Okay. Now notice I have the cube root of 9. Can't do anything with the cube root of 9. So the 12 cube roots of 3 and the -6 cube roots of 3 can go together, but not with the 4 cube roots of 9. All right, and here break it all down. So we get 24y square root of 6 plus 9y square root of 6. So this is what I was talking about when you're combining like terms, right? The variables have to be the same. So you have variables the same, indexes the same, and radicands are the same. So we are able to add those together and we get 33y square roots of 6. And notice my scratch work all on the side here with breaking everything down, all the radicals and everything else. Okay, all right. So hopefully we were able to add and subtract radical expressions. All right, let me know if you have any questions, guys. Stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you again real soon.